Hello there, and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday. I'm Laura Schweizer, and we are feeling festive on Local On 2.
Yes, we are in the holiday spirit. I'm Stephanie Langston, and we're kicking things off with an annual tradition.
Yes, this guy, it's a holiday spectacular on ice featuring some of the most celebrated figure skaters and award-winning musicians.
It's unbelievable.
I love it. It's the 8th annual Scott Hamilton and Friends. They're going to celebrate the season of giving on November 24th, and here to tell us all about it is the Olympic gold medalist himself. Welcome, Scott.
It's so great to be. You guys are awesome.
We love
just the energy,
having you.
the excitement, the joy that's in this house is awesome.
Hey, you fit in perfectly.
Well done.
Yes, we were just saying this guy always has positive spirits. And we're going to start a little bit with your health journey because you've had some challenges over the years.
We all do.
Yes, and recently you came out about not taking the traditional approach with treating your brain tumor.
That was sort of an interesting interview because a lot of it, it was a diagnosis from 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I had cancer in '97, then first brain tumor in 2004, which I was born with. I figured that one out. And then it came back in 2010. And first one was radiation. Second one was surgery, which didn't go as planned, so it was 9 surgeries. And then it came back 6 years later, so a pattern has emerged. Mm-hmm. And then that one, it was, I guess, 2016. Everything in me just said, get strong. Mm. And so I just went home and I told the doctors, I'm just going to go home and get strong. And they said, what does that look like? I said, I have no idea. And so everything in me just said, wait, just go home and just get strong. So I didn't know if it was physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. So I just chose the all the above. And for 8 years, I've skipped a whole pattern and then some of this repeat thing. And I feel great, and I'm living on my own terms, and I'm busy and active and go, 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 and happy and just blessed beyond my wildest dreams.
Love to hear that.
You have had that spirit for a very long time. As we mentioned, you've been through a lot of tragedies, and ever since your mother passed away,
oh my goodness,
but you made it your mission to raise funds, raise awareness, and you do that through Scott Hamilton Cares Foundation. We got to talk about that and what you're doing.
Yeah, so when my mom passed, and she was the center of my universe, she was like the love, I just love my mom. And she never did anything for herself. She sacrificed everything for her children. And so the biggest sacrifice went into me because I was sick for those 4 years as a child. I was in and out of hospitals, and she'd sleep in the chair. And then you know, so, and then she kept me in skating and then financial and all this stuff. And then she came down with cancer, and then she battled it for a little over 2 years. And then she succumbed. And it was that day I became a fundraiser, thinking if I could ever find a way to treat her cancer, then I'd know I was born, right? So I fundraised, and then 20 years of fundraising, I'm diagnosed with cancer, and now I know what it feels like to go through it. And it's a whole different experience watching somebody and then going through it. And then I realized how many gaps there were in the cancer experience, and so I was grateful to the Cleveland Clinic for saving my life, and I was grateful to the research scientist who took my cancer, which was at 5%. That's the definition of research. My mom never had a chance. So we created CARES, which is the Cancer Alliance for Research, Education, and Survivorship. We created a mentorship program where we pair newly diagnosed patients with survivors. We created a website that lets everybody know what chemotherapy is in 8th grade English and Spanish, because that did not exist when I went through my cancer. So you're not flying blind anymore. And then now we're all into the research. We funded, I mean, as a dedicated foundation, we funded 88 research projects. And the crazy one is, my mom's cancer, there was an immunotherapy research proposal that came up. And so we funded it 3 years ago. And on my 40th anniversary of my Olympic gold medal, I was sitting with Brian Orser, my silver medalist, and Joe Sabovchik, my bronze medalist, and we're celebrating this great night together. And it was on that night I was able to announce that research program is now in clinical trial.
Wow.
So, like, it's 47 years later, and it's just, that's kind of the lesson of, if you just put your head down and do the work, you know, there's a promise that really good things are going to happen. And so it was surreal to be able to announce that, and just to be here 40 years after that moment is just remarkable. But there's so much work to be done, and this event really is it's so important to our foundation and its success and trying to save lives.
Yeah, fundraising, of course, key to the foundation, and this event allows all of us to come and support it in such a fun way. We're talking about it. You got some ice skating, you got some awesome musicians.
It's sensory overload.
Yes.
You've got these incredible skaters skating in front of live musicians, and we've had so many iconic musicians over the years. And this year, you know, we decided to go theme. Last year was 90s country. This year we're doing a Christmas spectacular. So it's Christmas music, and it's incredible athletic power, beautiful, gorgeous, hypnotic skating with the soundtrack of Christmas, and with CeCe Winans and Stephen Curtis Chapman and Jason Derlatka of Journey, and Charles Esten and the Isaacs. Oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. But the music's going to be really eclectic, all over the map. And I've got, you know, great skaters like Kurt Browning coming in, two-time Olympic champion, Katya Gordieva, just champions upon champions upon champions. And they love to do this show because no one ever gets to skate to live music. And the musicians love it because they have the best seat in the house.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes I ran into John Osborne on a plane recently. They did this show a few years ago. And he goes, yeah, we got so mesmerized, we messed up one of our songs. Nobody ever knew, but it was just really, it was just like you watch and we have to rehearse it because they get so distracted by seeing like somebody go upside down right in front of them, and they're like, whoa, oh wait, back to the song. So it's great for the audience, and it's just, again, it's like I try to describe it, and I like just now, and then somebody will go and they'll come up to me and they go, why didn't you tell me? It's unbelievable. I go, yeah, I tried, but you gotta go.
Yes,
and the ticket prices are really very reasonable for the value. And again, we're trying to change the world for the better and forever. And that's what research does, you know. And again, my cancer had a 5% survival rate, and now it's 95%, and it's because of research. And hopefully this research program that was for my mom, now that form of cancer will have, hopefully, with immunotherapy, a much less toxic treatment. I mean, it would just change the, and you can't even count the lives that are saved in those types of things. So help us, please help us, and come and have a great time with your family.
Thank
you so much.
Nashville and so Scott Hamilton. I love it. Best of both worlds. Thank you.
Yes, thanks so much. Scott Hamilton and Friends is truly a holiday spectacular. Get your tickets for this November 24th to catch the big show.